Hey everyone, Chris Bentley here. Today we're going to talk about what it's like to become a real estate agent or realtor and the actual lifestyle. I'm going to talk about all the positives and all the negatives the way I see it, and hopefully this will help you out. Now, I'm recording this in the beginning of the summer. This is May, and this is the time when usually most people would decide that they're going to become a realtor and get out and start showing houses and become licensed and go to classes and all that good stuff. I'm not going to overlap too much on what I talked about in the last video, which was choosing the correct broker. I'm going to talk more about the day-to-day and what to expect. So, as a real estate agent, the first thing you got to understand is that it's 100% commission. It's all on sales. So they have a terminology called you kill what you eat, right? Or you eat what you kill. Yeah, eat what you kill. So what that means is that if you don't kill anything or you don't make any sales that particular month, you don't make any money. That's fine for some people if they have another form of income. I suggest, and this goes against the grain of a lot of what other people think, but I suggest actually having a job and then being an agent part-time until you have enough income built up and you have enough business that you can go full-time. Now, a lot of brokers out there want full-time individuals in the business, and I don't blame them. They want serious people just like I do, but at the same time, you don't want broke, desperate salespeople going out there and trying to make sales. You'll reek of desperation. The client will see that, or the customer will see that, and immediately get turned off. So don't do that. If you have to have a job in the beginning, that's fine. Also, let's see. Day to day, week to week. My Mondays is usually the day that I actually take off. So Friday is my pregame to Saturday, which is my Monday, and then Tuesday is actually my Sunday. So it's very difficult to actually have some sort of normal life sometimes, and if you are out trying to date and do different things, it's very difficult when you're trying to do that because your spouse may want to go out like on a Saturday night or Friday night, but you have open houses on Saturday, or you're meeting clients and showing properties Saturday morning. It makes it kind of difficult, especially if you're a younger person. What else? Late hours, calls, income. If you're not doing $1 million a year in income, you really should, unless it's like your first year, you should really think about what you're doing and how much effort you're putting into it. $1 million here in Texas is 3% commission on buyer contracts. So 3% on a buyer contract, and you do $1 million in production, that's $30,000 for the year, which is great if you have a part-time job, but if you're doing this full-time, you're going to starve. Not to mention fees that you have to pay. We talked about that in the last video. Also, here in Texas, there is a lot of competition. Now, the North Dallas or Netris estimates, or the last year's estimates, I think, were over 66,000 licensed real estate agents in the area. I don't know what it is this year because of COVID and a lot of different stuff. I know a lot of people are licensed, but they're not signed up to a particular MLS. So there's a lot of different stuff going on with that, but I believe the Texas Commissions, or TREC, Texas Real Estate Commission, they will have the numbers for you if you want to look that up. But there is a lot of competition here in Texas. It's very much the good old boys club. So people do business with people that they know and they trust, especially if it's somebody that they went to like school with, or somebody that is in their like PTA, a lot of different stuff, a lot of social activities that happen. Somebody that they play soccer with, and that's their kid's coach, stuff like that. So there is a tough climb to get business. Busiest time of the year is going to start out in April, and that's building up until the end of August. And the reason why is that's when school lets out generally, and everybody is kind of like a big shell game. Everybody's moving around doing different stuff. They want to be locked in by the second week of August or before, because that's when school starts for children. What that means as an agent is that, especially a single agent, is that your summers are going to be kind of lame. And what I mean by that is that you can't really go out as much as you'd like. You can, but you probably won't be able to participate in a lot of the fun activities, because chances are you have to wake up and be productive the next day. I've been doing it for over 16 years now, and believe me, when I was younger, I used to enjoy it and have fun. The problem is the next day going to an appointment and you're not at your 100%, the client, especially if it's somebody you don't know, isn't going to be very sympathetic. They want somebody that's sharp and out there and looking out for their best interests. So if you're what they call half-assing it, they'll definitely know, and you probably end up losing the sale. What else? So it is sales. You're going to spend most of your days prospecting, and when you first start out, you're not going to have a lot of money, so you have a lot of time. This business, just like any other business, sucks up your time and your money. The more money you have, the more money you can spend towards marketing. The less money you have, the more time you have to spend on marketing. So it's kind of a vice versa kind of deal. When I first started, I didn't have a lot of money, so I had to spend a lot of time on prospecting. So prospecting could be a lot of different ways. I'll go into that in a different video. But just know that you're going to spend a lot of your time prospecting and trying to find buyers and sellers and renters to go out and do real estate deals with. What else? All your money is going to be sucked into marketing. And the good things. Let's talk about some good stuff. There is a lot of independence as being a real estate agent. When you're in the game, you can decide when to turn it off and turn it on. Unfortunately, sometimes you can't have that because somebody's interested in doing a deal, and you have to actually be on point and actually doing that stuff. There is no real boss, per se. There's a broker, but you make up your own hours. You do your own thing. Some brokerages are different. I understand that, but for the most part, you're an independent person. You sign a W-9, meaning you're an independent contractor. So you get to do whatever you decide that you want to spend your day doing. Those that are productive spend most of their day either showing homes during the day or writing contracts. Now, in my last video, I talked a lot about, and you're new, you want to go ahead and get yourself aligned with somebody as a mentor or in some sort of mentorship program. I actually personally take the agents out into the field so they can see me work versus actually in the classroom on a one-to-one basis. I don't think there's a lot to learn there. There's obviously some good like note-taking and some stuff to look at, but out in the field is really where the answers are. What else about real estate? It is very glamorous, even though a lot of people don't like talking about it. When you close big deals, you like to talk about it. Not necessarily brag about it, but talk about it. So it is a lot of that. You are going to get a lot of invites to different parties, stuff that's sponsored by different companies that want your business, different vendors. All that stuff is really, really cool. Don't get sucked into that because obviously, you don't want to start going to these parties and then not giving those vendors business. So that's just a word to the wise. But so we got independence. You can make as much money as you want, and I think that's the biggest thing is, and the plus side is that even though there's all these negatives that happen, you work a lot, you have to spend money for marketing, you spend a lot of time prospecting, you're out showing homes, different hours of the day, you work on the weekends, you work on the summer when it's hot, especially here in Texas. All that stuff is great, but the greatest thing is that you can make as much money as you want. So you can work as hard as you want, make as much money as you want, and be a top producer. So That's the thing that I love the most, is that A, really I don't have a boss, and then two, even though I'm a broker, but two, I didn't have a boss and I can make as much money as I want, and nobody could really tell me anything outside of what the rules were and what, the company rules were. So I like that a lot. I don't like people telling me what to do. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can Google my name, chrisdbentley.com, or go to the website, or find me anywhere on social media, chrisdbentley.com. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.